I'm like the proud mother. Yes, do you see my smile? Jeez.
Yes, we see that beautiful smile. Model Kim Porter stepped out in Los Angeles on Monday night to support her son, Quincy Brown.
You know, when it all happened, I was filming away. So, there was, I'm like the rock of the family, especially when it comes to, times where it's like family is really needed, and now I think I'm back.
That the night before Kim Porter passed, that she group text some close friends saying that he got me, and that Kim also insinuated in that text that she felt like she had been poisoned.
This update hit hard, especially for everyone who felt let down that 50 Cent's Diddy documentary skipped right over Kim Porter's suspicious passing. That silence had people talking heavy, and now things are finally shifting. Word is, Kim's oldest son, Quincy Brown, is allegedly teaming up with 50 Cent for a brand new documentary focused directly on Kim. That alone raised eyebrows, because for a while, people were side-eyeing Quincy after he showed up at Diddy's trial for just one day. To some, it looked like quiet support, but the move wasn't that simple. Here's the key part. Quincy never went online defending Diddy, never snapped back at critics, and never moved loud like Christian did. He stayed calm, stayed quiet, and kept his distance, which already set a different tone. And unlike Christian and Justin, who've both been named in lawsuits tied to accusations around Diddy, nobody has ever accused Quincy of anything. Not once. That clean record alone separates him from Diddy's biological sons in a major way. Now reports are saying Quincy may have been playing chess, not checkers, staying close, watching everything, and making sure his sisters were safe before anything else went down.
I don't mean to be the super big brother dad, but this is nuts. I might record the whole ride. Might run out of storage.
I forgot my license is in my bag.
Oh, you need that. What'd you get?
My license.
And what do you need to drive?
He reportedly stayed present until Diddy was locked up, then shifted gears. With Diddy now behind bars, Quincy is allegedly ready to dig deep into the rumors that Diddy had something to do with Kim's death. And if 50 Cent is really backing this project, this documentary could shake things up way bigger than anyone expected.
An enemy that has a position of influence in your child's life, and knowing that that person sends you notes and messages every now and then. If you don't do this, if you don't do that, that boy is dead.
Quincy has always moved different compared to Diddy's other sons, even though Diddy helped raise him. That contrast has been loud for years, and people really started noticing it when Homeland Security raided Diddy's properties last year. Christian and Justin were both on site and ended up in handcuffs, which instantly went viral. But Quincy, completely missing. The twins, too. That had the internet buzzing nonstop. Back then, Jaguar Wright even claimed Quincy was low-key working with the feds, which sent rumors flying in every direction.
And Quincy's missing.
Quincy's missing. Oh. And lastly...
After he was questioned by the feds.
After.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was in witness protection, right?
Now, let's be clear. The talk about Quincy being in witness protection feels like a reach because everyone saw him show up at Diddy's trial with the family. That alone pokes holes in that theory. Still, new reports say Quincy stayed close to Diddy for one main reason: to protect his sisters. Allegedly, he feared for their safety and was honoring a promise he made to Kim to always look out for them. For the most part, Quincy stayed silent about the rumors surrounding his mother's passing. No interviews, no emotional posts, no public accusations. Insiders now claim that silence was strategic. They say he knew he couldn't move against Diddy publicly until the timing was right. And now, that moment might finally be here. Quincy is reportedly putting together a full-length documentary centered on Kim's life and the unanswered questions around her death. With the history, the tension, and 50 Cent allegedly involved, people are already saying this project could expose details nobody expected. Something about this situation never quite sat right. On November 15, 2018, Kim Porter was found unresponsive inside her Los Angeles home. A family member discovered her in bed, and by the time paramedics arrived, it was already too late. Kim was pronounced dead at just 47 years old, and the shock hit instantly.
A shocked and devastated Diddy spotted at the home where his ex suddenly and mysteriously died. Her good friend Kimora Lee Simmons appearing inconsolable at the house 47-year-old Porter's body found after a desperate call to 911.
EMS 14, respond with engine 76 on scene of the cardiac.
The autopsy later listed lobar pneumonia as the cause of death, and the LA County Medical Examiner officially ruled it natural. On paper, that sounds straightforward, but once you start looking at the timeline, things begin to feel off fast. Kim reportedly first complained about a sore throat around November 7th. By November 12th, she had developed a fever. That rapid progression, followed by what came next, has made a lot of people question whether the full picture was ever explained. According to reports, Kim tested negative for both the flu and strep throat. She was treated with antibiotics, vitamins, and pain medication. Her family later said that by November 14th, she was feeling much better and her temperature had returned to normal. She was even well enough to have a massage that night. And that detail has always raised eyebrows. If Kim was seriously dealing with pneumonia symptoms, why bring someone else into the house that late in the game? And even stranger, the identity of the person who gave that massage was never publicly clarified.
We know that Kim, and it's in the this is in the documentation, shout out to paperwork. He looked in the paperwork and it said Kim received a massage for about an hour when she's supposed to have full-blown pneumonia. Who gives somebody a massage when they got pneumonia? And do we know whether she used that baby oil or not for that massage? It makes you say,
Adding to the confusion, the coroner's report confirmed Kim had no history of substance or alcohol use and no known underlying health issues. By all accounts, she was considered healthy, which only deepened the mystery surrounding her passing. Not long after, one of the first people to publicly question the official story was Kim's ex and Quincy's biological father. And from that moment on, the doubts never really stopped. Al Sure has been very clear about one thing. He saw Kim not long before she passed, and according to him, she never mentioned being sick. He said she showed no signs of serious health issues at all. For years, Al struggled with the idea that her death was natural, and eventually he decided he couldn't stay quiet anymore. In July 2020, Al posted an old video of himself crying and added a caption that instantly caught attention. He wrote, "I just found this footage from the morning I learned of Kim Porter's death and how it ripped the soul from my physical body." Then he went even further, saying, "I know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some BS. He didn't stop there." Al added, "This is where I get in trouble. We just celebrated our son Quincy's new deal and Christmas special with Netflix, and she was in fantastic health as well." He even mentioned her laughing while watching him and Diddy interact at a theater, making it clear she seemed happy and healthy. Al ended the post with the hashtag, "Don't let the love songs fool you," which many took as a clear jab at Diddy's public tributes to Kim. The post didn't stay up long though. Al later deleted it, explaining that Quincy reached out and told him the post was triggering. Even after taking it down, Al didn't backtrack. He doubled down later, saying he still believes the official explanation for Kim's death doesn't add up at all. Meanwhile, fans started speculating that Diddy may have pushed Quincy to contact Al and get the post removed. Some even claimed Diddy tried to create tension between Quincy and his biological father. But through all the noise, Al stayed firm. He made it clear he wasn't changing his stance, no matter how uncomfortable it made people feel. Al didn't stop speaking out. In November 2021, he shared a throwback photo of himself with Kim and Quincy and added a caption that instantly raised eyebrows. He wrote that Kim once sent him a message saying, "Life imitating art, art imitating life. Now it all makes sense." He hinted that she shared even more with him privately, then added that she was running, and he told her to call the FBI. In the comments, Al went even further. He wrote, "You would never believe what she went through," making it clear there was way more beneath the surface. That's when things started feeling truly unsettling. Just a few months after that post, Al was suddenly rushed to the hospital for a medical emergency that was never fully explained. Later, he revealed that he collapsed unexpectedly while working in the studio. Doctors were reportedly stunned because he developed multiple serious health issues all at once with no clear cause. What followed was intense. Al spent nearly 2 months in a coma. When he finally woke up, he shared that he had undergone multiple medical procedures, including an organ transplant, numerous blood transfusions, intubation, and time on a ventilator. The situation was life-threatening, and fans were shaken. Naturally, people started connecting dots. Online, many pointed out that several individuals linked to Diddy's circle had reportedly become seriously ill or passed away from pneumonia-related conditions over the years. Names like Heavy D, Brittany Murphy, and Whitney Houston's daughter, Bobby Christina, started coming up. In fact, Bobby Christina's autopsy listed lobar pneumonia, the same condition officially cited in Kim Porter's case. That detail alone sent speculation into overdrive. And even after nearly losing his life, Al made it clear he wasn't backing down. He continued standing by his belief that none of this was random and that the story people were told still doesn't fully add up. Al didn't go quiet at all. He kept posting, dropping cryptic hints and openly fueling speculation that Diddy was somehow connected to both Kim's passing and his own medical crisis. The pressure kept building, and earlier this year, mainstream media finally gave him a major platform. Al sat down with Fox 5 New York for an interview centered around his memoir. During that appearance, he looked straight into the camera and said, "Do you believe me now?" And that's when everything escalated fast. In the interview, Al made heavy claims, saying he never believed Kim's death was natural from the start. He went even further, suggesting that Diddy was connected not only to Kim's passing, but also to the medical emergency that nearly took his life. Al claimed he is 100% convinced that someone tried to take him out in 2022, right after he began speaking publicly about Kim alone sent shockwaves across social media. Once again, Al made it clear that he does not believe pneumonia was the real cause of Kim's passing. He said strongly that there's much more information he hasn't shared yet, and according to him, the truth will eventually. With those claims now on record through a mainstream outlet, the conversation around Kim Porter's death just got louder and far more serious. Right now, it's still unclear whether Al B. Sure and Quincy have fully patched things up or if Al is actually involved in the rumored documentary about Kim Porter's death. But honestly, a lot of people are hoping he is. Al was the first and still one of the only major industry figures who publicly called for a real investigation into Kim's passing. His voice carries weight, and that could matter more than ever. At the end of the day, many feel Kim deserves real answers and real justice. Especially when you look at what 50 Cent has already exposed about the Tupac and Biggie situations, it paints a picture of how power and control worked behind the scenes. There's a growing belief that Diddy had a pattern of controlling the people around him, and many feel Kim wasn't exempt from that dynamic. Reports and past accounts suggest Kim lived under strict control during their relationship, with behavior that raised serious concerns even before Cassie ever entered the picture. That history has made people question just how much power Diddy exercised over those closest to him. Over the years, Diddy has shown that when control is the goal, he rarely backs down. And now, with Quincy stepping forward and a possible documentary on the way, people believe the truth might finally start surfacing. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Kim Porter's case should be reopened? What are your thoughts on Quincy and his relationship with Diddy? Drop your opinions in the comments. And if you found this breakdown interesting, make sure to like, subscribe, share this video, and keep the conversation going. I'll catch you in the next one.